Hello everybody and welcome to the first episode of my new Cataclysm gameplay series. I'm Icon and we're going to play the Abandoned in Hospital challenge, and this one in combination with the Magiclysm mod because magic is fun and I've never played it. So I don't want to lose too much time explaining the background stuff here. I want to wrap it up real quick. You're starting out in a hospital as a pretty ill person, so you have that frail background trait that you can't remove. It's very, very, very nasty. It's among the most nasty downsides you can't have. Your maximum HP is 50% lower than usual and you're a slow healer. That's pretty horrible. I picked some skills and traits to counteract that, and I want to explain all these things in the course of the series instead of giving you a big lump of information that's not fun to look at. So, we're going to start out, and there's a good chance that I have to restart once or twice before I get it done. There's always RNG against you, and you can't just spawn an amigo camp. Been there, done that. Alright, so let's get in there and let's have some fun with that. We're going to pick up the Battalia or medieval swordsmanship. I'm going to go for medieval swordsmanship. So, where you start is entirely random, and how you get out of there is also pretty much a luck-based thing. So, I want to do as much explanation as possible, but if you're not too familiar with the controls and everything and you want to get better accustomed to that, I also did a tutorial series for that. So you might want to check that out as well. Here, this series is mostly focused around gameplay decisions and, well, we're sitting at the roof of a hospital. The good thing about the roof, nobody's there with me. The bad thing about the roof, I don't really know how easy it'll be to get down there. You start out with pretty much only a couple of things on your body, and that's that. And the character I rolled up is fast on his feet, pretty good seeing at night, and he gets some extra action points to mitigate that low HP and the slow healing. I also picked up fast healer, and I picked up some background stuff that allows me to fight well, shoot well, and be a little bit of a craftsperson with clothing. So I think this might be a spot to go downstairs, so let's see. Here we go. So now I'm at the border of this. When you are starting out with a scenario like that, your first and foremost interest will be to get out of town. Cities are death traps, especially if you're unequipped and all. And for some odd reason, I didn't start on in the hospital itself. I got to start on an office rooftop right next to that. So my next goal is to escape out into the woods because I don't see any chance of getting rid of these zombies in a good way. So okay, there's the nasties, and they see me. The good thing about my character is this zombie is much slower than me. That's why I picked up fleet-footed, because it makes it so much easier to escape your starting situation. Okay, let's turn off the save mode and start running. I'm going to go around the corner here to break the line of sight with these guys, at least for a moment. And let's head through the forest. That's bad. This is a piece of bad news. That's the first piece of bad news here. So that's a paper wall, and that means there's giant insectoids flying around into this direction. So I'll have to flee into the opposite direction. I wanted to take this direction here to get out there. Let's drop our first note here. Hermetic nest. You don't want to be around these guys. They're just nasty. Here you have your first bug. Bugs always happen. This is normal. This is normal for the game, so to say. Alright, so below me are even more zombies, so the situation is not too cool. Let's keep running through the forest. I'm trying to look for ways that lead me over as little tall grass, brushes, and the like, because I lose movement points if I do so, and this is time the zombies can use to get closer to me. Sometimes it is a necessary evil to cross some of these high movement cost tiles, but at the end of the day, as long as you navigate yourself smartly, you won't have any deeper issues. But here's one big problem. There's a runner zombie right next to me. And getting rid of these is a real pain, because they are roughly as fast as me. And getting them off you is, well, the easiest way is to kill them, let's put it like that. But the forest can help too. Here I'm trying to navigate a little bit to see the best grids to pick, although it's really a painful decision right now. I'm just eating a lot of bad tiles, but, well, let's see. It probably got out of there. As long as you don't have any weapon and no skills to compensate, it's almost always a deathly decision to go into melee with any zombie. But it's hard to tell. We might be in safety now already, but let's just keep running, just in case. Although right now I'm actually just walking. I didn't even turn on the running. What's that? Tree stumps. Okay. So there's a clearing there. But I think I'm out of the worst, so let's see. Slowly turning the circle around. Okay. I spotted a zombie medic. The zombie runner and the zombie medic are somehow still on my trail, so I'll have to bite the bullet and I'm gonna use auto walk now, because I already shook them off my trail. Now I just need distance. In that scenario, auto walk is perfectly fine. Okay, we got out of there. Hey, without even a scratch. So far, so good. The bad news is I'm not in the vicinity of any road and any sign of civilization. So let's zoom out and, well, I'll walk parallel to this one. What's that? Amigo Scout Tower. No, I didn't even want to know. Alright, so there be aliens, there be dermatics. There's all the stuff that you don't want to see. Okay, right now I'll keep navigating with auto walk. Good news is you can cross a lot of distance like that without needing any resources. There's a giant rattlesnake south of me, making me kind of nervous. But as far as things go, there's a prison. No, great. Damn. That's not what you want to see. Prisons are really dangerous, and evading that thing is now pretty important. Let's see. There's been a shack. There's another Amigo Scout Tower. So this direction is this bad news. We gotta get out of there. Luckily, there are more directions to go for. An iron golem. Hello there, beautiful. Oh, they don't have a animated tile here on this tile set. Okay, well, I think that these dudes will be really cool to lure them into zombies. But not today. Goblin encampment. Delightful. Alright, but there's also some corpse dump down there. Let's see, but there's also probably something to pick up here. Those random bodies out there, they are really sometimes good lose. My Little Nazgul t-shirt. Aww. Are you kidding me? So there's one cool thing here, and that's the leather belt. If you find a belt, belts are cool. Why are they cool? They allow you to holster stuff quite easily. So let's avoid that thing. And whoa, Stone Golem hates me. Luckily, I'm faster than Stone Golem. Alright, dude. So, well, at least that means that these golems are quite easy to pull and swaps and lure into the direction where you want to have them. I certainly would like to see how a duel between a golem and a what they call it, a wasp nest would look like, for example. So here, I got a little bit sidetracked. I got a little bit distracted here by these dudes here. The Kraken. Don't be afraid of the Kraken. Just don't get close to them. They're completely harmless. Seriously, they don't do anything to you. They just stand there and kill everything that gets close to them, as far as I know. But this also means we can utilize them. Hey, there's a lot of drugs there. Not exactly what I want to see, but it's only a magazine, isn't it? No, it's... It's an Uzi. Nice. So, I got myself my first firearm. Just the regular loot you would expect from some bodies out there in the open. Hard seltzer sounds like exactly what you should have in a day like this. Meat jerky. Okay, meat the jerky. Day pack. Hell yeah. We getting stuff here. That's good. Aspirins. Well, probably not my first choice, but let's see. Leather pants. My dude is wearing brief and jeans at least. Okay, so it's not that horrible. I need more something like a jacket or the like. Knee-high boots. What do I wear foot-wise? Socks and sneakers. Okay. Okay, so far so good. This is a good start. As far as it can be. Well, okay. Let's follow that direction here. I am certainly very, very surprised about the lack of roads in my starting vicinity, though. A cabin. So... farm field. Is this a shelter already? Would be really, really cool. So far, so good. If there would have been zombies inside that house, I'm pretty sure we already would have noticed. But before I go inside that house... Oh yeah, let's climb that silo. I made it a habit to enter the houses last, you know? Once you're in there, you don't get outside that easy anymore. And climbing up silos, as you see here, it increases your side range. Okay, so far so good. The town of Epping lies below us. It's a pretty big thing there. And if this cabin has a second story, might be actually a valid choice to start out here. I mean, I got a lot of problems to solve first, but let's see. Let's get into that cabin. So, front door's locked, but I'm not really surprised. Little chicken coop. Alright, all the doors are locked. Are they? Well, yes, okay. So, well... which window can I expend? This one. if you consider living in a house, consider which of those windows do you need the least. Because now we can't close it anymore after smashing it. So, cough syrup. Well, good things in life. So yeah, this is just a one-story cabin, but there's a lot of provisions in here, and if I see it correctly, there's also the standard assortment of household tools. This is very, very good if you start out with nothing. There's usually some sort of knife somewhere, usually. Bottle opener, pizza cutter. Are you kidding me? Can opener. No knives? Okay. Maybe not that lucky, huh? It's looking for about... it's looking for... I'm looking for something that can cut materials, you know, cutting qualities. Obviously, there's nothing like that there, but there's a minor wand of fireball. Sure. This wand casts fireball. Magazine, small mana crystal. Yeah, this item never fails. Alakazam. Digging it. Alright. I went into a cabin into the woods, and I found a wand of fireball there. Certainly a pretty much of a surprise there. It's a fork. Aspirants. Gosh. Nothing. No cutting tools. Wow. This is pretty mean. Because that means I can't craft myself a weapon. That's why I am looking for something to cut stuff with. Damn. Okay, well. What an unexpected event. To find no weapon whatsoever there. No cutting tool whatsoever. But it's a nice space of operations to begin with. So, getting towards the city is nothing that I want to do during daylight. I mean, I got a wand of fireball and I got an Uzi. Hostile survivor spotted. Yeah, so... this is just as horrible as it can get, I guess. Let's see if I can run. Looks like they're not chasing me right now. Huh, okay. So, events have taken a downward turn. I'll not get close to these psychos again. And there's a Dermatic in the vicinity of my shelter. That's how quick it can go. Alright, so wow. Nasty. I've been already picturing myself dead there, but we got lucky, I guess. So let's see what I can find here. A large wallet. Well, there's a better quality leather belt than the one I'm wearing. So don't wear double leather belts. But I want that wand of fireball nevertheless. Whew. Alright. So these enemies here, they are really, really, really much more powerful than anything you could meet early game. Well, maybe not in Magiclysm, but in regular good old Cataclysm terms, these guys are extreme bad news. So, where's the Pitbull mix? There's the Pitbull mix. Alright. So my first steps are always looking for some kind of permanent shelter. And so far our mission was a horrible fail. demon spiderling. I found some sort of temple, if you ask me. Alright, so let's drop a note for sometime later and be happy that the demon spider had no interest in eating me. It's one of the best pieces of news we've had so far today. Because everything else, I'm not even able to find a road that I can reach. That's quite unusual. Usually I'm not that cut off from civilization. Hey! It's a radio tower! Let's just hope that it's not infested by wasps. Sometimes they love to live there. Alright, so... looks like we're getting somewhere. Okay, up here we got a telescope. Nice. Sometimes you get lucky and find some leftover gear from another survivor. And the survivor's telescope is among the most valuable things you can find, because my vision now is very, very far. So, well, Potter's Cottage, rural building. Winterport looks like a nice place to be, except for there's another goblin encampment there. Okay, never mind. Verona Island is a large township. There's another radio tower and serving area interface, whatever that means. I never tried out any of these. So there's a lot of city tiles. I consider this something that I'm not going for early on. I need something to defend myself first. I mean, the gun ain't bad. The gun can be a means to get another weapon, but I really need to get past this phase as quick as possible. There's a rural house over there, so this could be another fine choice as well. So I'd say over to the bridge and just pray to RNGesus that there's no autonomous shooting platform or minefield at the end of the bridge. You never know. Life's full of surprises. So I hope you guys are enjoying this new format of gameplay that I decided to go for Cataclysm, because I feel like Cataclysm is a nice game to play on stream, but it's also a very, very interesting game to play for a commented YouTube series. So, looks like we got off safe. So, next thing, I'm turning the safe mode back on. But obviously it's considering the water striders as something extremely deadly. And now. So, safe mode is something that I like to leave on, especially when I'm traveling manually on roads, because I don't trust myself to notice everything. And this way, when I cross paths with something quite deadly, there we go, it stops me right in the tracks. So, there's zombies down the road already. Way earlier than I expected them to show up. Fungal flowers. Oh, jeez. Just when I thought this was a nice spot. Now, I have a mod which disables the fungal growth, so they won't take over this this map tile here entirely. But it also means that there are fungal enemies roaming around that can turn into a problem. So, well, if I could sneak around these guys there, we would have been dandy. I don't know what the goblin encampment means, though. So, let's have a look-see. But it's... yeah, well, the zombies are here, so I think my best course of action should be going something like that. Let's try and get close to the riverbank. Closer to the fungal flowers, but You know, the fungus has one big advantage. They don't care about you. They don't chase you. It's one really good thing about it. As ugly and nasty as they are for the environment, well, there's Zomborgs. Jesus. As nasty as they are for the environment, they don't pose any immediate threat, as long as you don't have their growth enabled. I'm a big fan of the mod disabling the growth of the fungus, because, you know, they just take over the world too quickly. There's a solar car there. Let's check it out. So, as much as I like them thematically, I think they just overdo it, you know. So, let's check it out. I don't think that this car is drivable, but it doesn't have an engine. Too bad. So, Winterport is someplace which we can reach. There's a motel. No, this is a junkyard. I don't have any clue what I will have to face there. There's yet another cabin, but this might be as well dangerous. So, I'd say let's follow the road further and see where this will get me. Monsters spotted. Ah, there's another death pit there. Well, these aren't too extremely dangerous as long as you stay clear of them. If you don't stay clear of them, there's a big game of whack-a-mole waiting for you, where you can't just bash all the zombie that you can get. That's just an army in there. Alright. Here you see the Kraken's just chilling there. And you can't loot those guys. Those Kraken, they scared the hell out of me when I was new here in the game, but it's exactly their job. But they don't do much more than that. Steel-toed sneakers, sadly poor fit. Nano fabricator template. Well, I don't think that I'll get to the point where this will be useful, but I also don't want to pass on the opportunity if I get to the point where this is useful. Also, bag of fungicide. Also, bottle of clear water. Profit. So, yet again, saved by the Kraken. There's an orc village. Jesus. I hope I can pass by these. So, is this real? Is this thing drivable? It doesn't have it doesn't have wheels. Wheel slack. I could have seen that, but I was lured in by the glamour of a by the chance of a drivable Humvee. So the township of Kirby is a real behemoth. Pretty huge thing. And we just have to keep traveling here. So there's black puddings. Steer clear of that stuff. Hard to kill. And definitely nothing that you want to go for in the early game. Giant web spider. Usually spiders don't care about you as long as you don't care about them. They're highly territorial and wait for idiots that go in their traps. But, well... Now, there's a nice encounter between a Migo and a Kraken. So, I don't want to have anything to do with that, so we'll just run for now. Hope the Migo doesn't pay attention to me that much longer. He's on the he's tracking me still, but he's not actively tracking me anymore. Okay. I was already half ready to pump out my magazine into this guy and hoping that the damage that the Kraken already did plus my magazine would be enough, but You know, I'm quite happy that we didn't have to go for this kind of situation. So, razor claws. These are also bad news. As you see here, the first 30 minutes of this run are pretty much a pain to bear. I don't want to slog through the water, thanks game. But I make the experience that it's absolutely worth scuttling around like I do here to get yourself a spot where you can live at. Because most of the stuff that you see here in the Cataclysm is really, really bad for you. Especially fields of slimes. Slimes are really, really bad news. That means you won't be able to live here for a longer period of time. Ah, yeah, there's a slime pit. So we'll have to make a big, big turn around that. But in case you didn't know, stuff like these slime pits, they don't do anything as long as you're far away enough from them. That's a so-called reality bubble. So, as long as you steer clear of that stuff, you don't have to interact with them, they don't multiply or anything, and you're generally good to go. But, well, basically this slime pit is now a KO for this otherwise absolute jackpot of a house. So this would be actually what I'd be looking for in the early game if there wouldn't be the pressure of the slime pit right next door. I don't dare to go for a longer... I don't dare to live here for a longer period of time, but this can serve as our shelter for now. This little city here, Rygate, well, I don't think that I can do much there because there's yet another Migo Scout Tower, but at least I'm pretty fond of the opportunity that we can go for some equipment in this thing here, and well, let's see. There's a light industry right next there. This is also looking pretty promising. Let's see. There's a lot of stuff to go for, and we'll do this in the next episode. I hope you guys are enjoying this so far. I do for sure. Well, let's see. Next episode, we're going to have some gameplay inside that house, because I'm planning to stock up on resources big time, and, well, craft some weapon, craft some gear to carry stuff with. Looking forward to that. So leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and of course consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. There's tons of content on the channel, and there's daily more. Happy to have you. See you guys next time. Goodbye.